Hey, welcome back to the Thompson Bible Deep Dive channel. Tonight we're going to begin a new chain series, and your margin reference is sanctification. And your margin reference number is 3141. Now, what's interesting about sanctification is it can also be translated, and it is translated as consecration. For instance, in Exodus, we see that Aaron was consecrated to the Lord. Now, of course, while consecration and sanctification are similar, I don't think they're the same thing. As a matter of fact, that's your challenge for this evening. Drop me a comment in the drop me a comment. Let me know what you think the difference between consecration and sanctification is. Now, what's interesting is this is another example in the Thompson Chamber of its Bible where there is no reference for consecration, but there is for sanctification. It's sort of like in the psalm it says, pray for the peace of Israel. Well, there is no margin reference for the word peace in that verse. So it's kind of interesting sometimes to look at what isn't marked, okay? What isn't flagged as a reference. But anyway, we're going to begin this evening. Again, our margin reference again is sanctification, okay? And our margin reference again is 3141. And we're going to begin with Exodus chapter 19, verse 14, and it reads like this. And Moses went down from the mountain unto the people and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. Okay? Then we're going to go to 19, verse 22, which says, and let the priests also which come near to the Lord sanctify themselves, lest the Lord break forth upon them. Okay? Now the verse is supposed to go to Leviticus 20, verse 16. We're going to make a brief stop, which is the verse that got me started on the sanctification and consecrated thing. We're going to actually go to verse 19, Leviticus 11, verse 44 and 45. Leviticus 11 verse 'I think sometimes we forget that we're reading the Bible translation, and Bible translation can all, and the words are used the same Hebrew word as, in this case the Hebrew word is Gadesh, I think it is, and it's used to mean sanctification, consecration, and a half a dozen other variations of the word. Okay. So we're talking about 44 and 45, okay? Now it says, for I am the Lord your God. You shall therefore sanctify yourselves, and you shall be holy, for I am holy. Neither shall you defile yourselves with any manner of creeping thing upon the earth. Now you can see we have the reference here, right? But there's no other verse listed because it's not part of the main chain. So let's come all the way back to 1922, and then go to Leviticus 20:26. Leviticus 20:26. Okay, and pick back up with our main chain here. So 11, 20, 26, 25, and 26. And you shall be holy unto me, for I am Lord, am holy, and have severed you from all other people, that you could be mine. So in this case, I guess the word severed is understood, because consecration is to set apart. In this case, the King James Version, the Thompson is saying that severed means sanctification, I guess. Okay, all right. Then let's go to. I'm not sure about that translation. I'm not sure about that association with sanctification. So anyway, we'll go to Numbers 11, verse 18. Numbers 11, verse 18. Right, 11, verse 18. This is a fairly long verse. So here we say, and say thou to the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow, and you shall eat flesh, and you shall have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, Who shall give us flesh? Let's try this again. And say unto the people, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. And you shall eat flesh, for you have wept in the ears of the Lord, saying, who shall give us flesh to eat? It was well with us in Egypt, and therefore the Lord will give you flesh, and you shall eat. Okay, now we go to sanctification all the way to Joshua 3 verse 5. Joshua 3 verse 5. Joshua 3 verse 5. Yeah, here it is. Okay, good. And Joshua said unto the people, sanctify yourselves, for tomorrow the Lord will do wonders among you. Now we come all the way forward to 1 Samuel 16 verse 5. 1 Samuel who? verse 5. And I just mentioned in that verse in Leviticus 11:44 and 45, the Amplified Bible translates it as consecration. What do we say over here it was again? Let's see. Well, was it 13 verse 5 or 16 verse 5? Sancta 16 verse 5. And he said, peaceably, I am come to sacrifice unto the Lord. Sanctify yourselves and come with me to sacrifice. Okay? Now we go to 2 Chronicles. Again, our margin word is sanctification, and our margin reference is 3141. Okay? Now we go to 2 Chronicles 29:5. 2 Chronicles, all the way. So I guess David never sanctified himself, right? 2 Chronicles 29:5. Over to here now. 25 verse 5. And I said unto them, hear me, you Levites, sanctify now yourselves, and sanctify the house of the Lord of your fathers, and carry forth the filthiness out of the holy place. Now we continue with Job chapter 1 verse 5. Job chapter 1 verse 5. And I can never quite remember. Was it something like 1155 or something like that? I don't know why I remember that number. But so where is Job? Job 6:55. Job 6:55. And what was our reference again? I don't remember. Was it? I think it was like Job 1 verse 5 or something like that. Does that sound right? Let's see if that works. Okay. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, it may be that my sons have sinned, and cursed God in their hearts. Thus did Job continuously. Okay. And we're going to end this session tonight, and tomorrow night we'll pick up with what? We'll pick up with 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3. Okay, and again, our margin reference for this evening was sanctification, and your reference number is 3141.